dear me. We missed all that from the recording. Never mind.
Yes. Well, maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yes, the public don't want to be exposed to our filth.
Yeah.
I don't know. We keep loosely joking about making like an ASMR spin-off, 20 Side After Dark. But, maybe not on this occasion. Welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your GM for this game and for many others. And I'm joined by Stu.
Hello.
I'm joined by Darren.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Amy.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Once again, we have no Neil. He's still stuck in commuter's hell. Hope he's all right. Hope we'll hear from him soon. But in the meantime, once again, up the workers.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
In case you needed any clarification on where we all stand politically.
And I think, to be honest, he's got a fucking brilliant understudy.
Yeah, he's doing great. I mean, you've not killed him yet, so that's that's a bonus.
Neil will be very pleased to hear.
Even if you do say so.
Hey, I've got to blow my own trumpet. Nobody's going to blow it for me.
Yeah.
And we're straight round to 20 Side After Dark.
It doesn't take much.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. So I've got to ask you, how are you finding piloting Otto a little bit here?
Fun! So, I mean, you'll know, Dom, from our social games that I like quirky characters.
Mm-hmm.
I like characters with a bit of darkness to them as well. So, yeah, actually, stepping into Otto's shoes is, quite fun. Quite fun. It's a chance to rant and rave.
There you go. To say all the things you wish Alwyn could say.
Yeah. I like Alwyn. I mean, when we first rolled Alwyn way back, 122 episodes ago, when we first rolled him up, I was like, oh, God, he's like, is this righteous arse, basically. But I've come to really, really appreciate Alwyn. I really like him.
He's a good egg.
And I'm saying that getting it in now whilst he's still alive is he's not looking good at the moment.
That's it. You're in a bit of a sticky situation.
Yeah.
A sticky situation.
You got it. You got it.
I definitely twigged that one.
Hey. I think I should branch out into comedy, folks. What do you reckon?
Leave.
I mean, these golems, I reckon their bark is worse than their bite.
We'll get to the root of the problem.
I mean, I think we all ought to just leave.
Yeah, well.
Anyway.
Knots.
Well, we can say that, they're beating the crap out of us because we're all saps.
How many tree puns have you got, Stu? I'm very curious.
More than 3.
Oh, dear.
Acorn, go on and on.
I couldn't take that much longer. I couldn't. Yeah. Don't look like that, though, Dom. I mean, really, you're the apple of our eye.
I'm just trying to find something. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
I don't have any
marbles.
tree puns.
You don't?
No.
Do you have any other sorts of puns? Any punching puns?
No.
Any about to die puns that Alwyn might benefit from?
No.
Because I've got to say, Alwyn is in the shit at the moment.
How much in the shit?
I would say, if I had to ascribe a numeric score, 12 out of 98 in the shit.
If these statues are made of wood.
Mm.
Does that mean they are more susceptible to fire damage?
That would make logical sense. As to whether it's true, I don't know.
It's just possible because I'm still autopiloting Neil, and it's Otto's go. We might be about to find out the answer to that very question, you know. I had a certain spell lined up in front of me on the screen when Dom called the end of the episode. So,
yeah, we'll have to see. Oh yes, horrible statues attacking us, trying to save some children. That's not very good.
yeah, I mean, while we're fighting these things, it might be that the children are getting eaten anyway.
Yeah. Well, or they could just be having a whale of time because dragons are just big, nice creatures that fly.
They sing.
The dragons sing.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Copyright issues.
Live performance doesn't count.
It really does, you know.
I thought you were allowed to perform.
Copyright law.
No, but you can have a tribute act, can't you? Because tribute acts can't exist then, if that's the case.
Well, Dom's in a better position to know this than me, but I'm pretty sure from my old PRS days, when I worked for PRS, that you still need a license.
If you're recording it, but if you're just... Oh, sorry, you're recording it,
and
aren't
your
we?
point here, yes.
Well... maybe it's I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'll shut up.
I mean, it's a lot of there's a lot of myths about copyright. Like people say, oh, as long as you only use the first 5 seconds of a song, you don't have to pay copyright. That's bullshit. You do still have to pay copyright, even if it's just 1 second.
If that second is silence.
Well, I mean, you know.
You're muted, Dom.
You can't copyright silence. Could have sworn I unmuted there, never mind. Well, I can't find the thing I was trying to find, so this is going to be a wild ride.
Woo!
I may or may not be making some of this up as I go along for this session, but we'll see how we go.
Winging
you're
it
a
to
GM.
the best times.
Making it up as you go along is a staple.
It is, you're damn right.
I mean, that's all I ever do. I mean, rules? What are they?
I mean, it's all made up, really, isn't it?
It is.
Or is it? There are actually dragons. They can exist.
Is it fictional? Because, do you know what? I mean, we get emotionally attached, or some of us get emotionally attached to characters, don't we?
It's real for us.
I say, does that give it a level of reality?
I mean, technically speaking, no, because it's still a work of fiction. You know, you wouldn't say
emotions.
You wouldn't say that your favourite character from your favourite book becomes a real person because you have an emotional attachment to them, would you?
If you believed enough.
Not that they become a real person, but more that they're having a real impact in the world. And that gives them not necessarily making them a real person, but gives them a level of reality.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It could shape your reality and how you view the world.
Speaking of shaping your reality, you've got two wood golems that are hell-bent on shaping that reality for you, or at the very least ending it seems.
Yeah.
How have we found ourselves? Where do we find ourselves, and how have we got here?
Full of splinters, because Alwyn wanted to rush in to this clock tower to save these children we saw being rushed inside.
That's not a
Well,
bad reason. I'm
that's
going to
not a bad
stick to
reason.
this.
Did anything I say that it was a bad thing? I was
There
just saying what happened.
an edge. There was an edge
There was
to
an
the
edge.
voice there, I felt.
Yes, I don't know how to moderate my tone. So,
Because
So-
Alwyn
Alwyn.
decided.
Yes, it was his fault. So then, so Alwyn rushed to the front. Della wanted to go round the side, but Della couldn't leave Alwyn on his own, so she's gone up and supported him. And then we had Otto and Amos go round the back to find stuff, but I don't think they found much. Don't know yet. Haven't been able to speak to them. But because these horrible wooden statues have come to life, one of them's got a massive sword and one of them's got a hammer, and they've been using them to great effect. Chardonnay went down.
Chardonnay did go down, that's correct.
But he's back up again.
For now.
For now.
Well,
for a bit.
he's still prone.
Yeah, but he's not
still
dying.
prone. He's not dying at this moment.
Yeah. And, that's kind of where we are. Getting attacked with splinters that we accidentally brought upon ourselves twice.
And I'll tell you what, it's a good thing that Della has at least some form of attachment to her comrades, because could you imagine how badly this would be going right now if Alwyn was by himself?
Mm. It really would be. It really would. So yes, Alwyn is very grateful for Della's help. I know he hasn't had the opportunity to thank her formally. And I'm just going to say, you say it's Alwyn's fault. I'm going to say the GM, kind of who happens to know what buttons to push for Alwyn.
I mean,
needs to take some responsibility.
I take no responsibility. This is the adventure, guys. You're in an evil place with evil people, and they do evil things. Funnily enough,
and a do-gooder.
I mean, Dom's been planning this for over a year.
You're not joking. I have been planning this dungeon for a while.
Yeah,
I've been really thinking about what's going to happen when we get to this dungeon, because it's going to get spicy. Mm-hmm. I think we should find out exactly how spicy. Are we ready to get going, folks?
Yeah,
indeed.
Kind of.
Yes.
Right. So in that case, we come straight back into combat. We are at the top of the initiative round, and it is the turn of Otto von Niederschläger. What would he like to do, Stu?
So, is he within... So, he's looking in, he's seeing these two golems. One of them is...
Statues. You don't know they're golems.
Oh, statues, rather. These wooden statues. And one of them is in a lot of... Got quite a few chunks taken out of it, presumably.
That's correct.
The other one's not looking so bad, but Alwyn's trying to hack into it, and it is standing over the prone form of Chardonnay.
Yes.
Is Otto within 30 feet of say, Chardonnay, or the golem with the sword? The statue with the sword, sorry.
So what Otto can see, because Alwyn and Chardonnay and the sword-wielding statue are inside the foyer of the clock tower. Outside the door, there is the statue with the hammer. There is Brother Amos, and there is Della. Otto cannot see Alwyn, Chardonnay, or the sword-wielding statue. I mean, he might be able to see Alwyn, but there's so much going on there that he can't really see past any further.
If he can only see the hammer-wielding one, is he within 30 feet of the hammer-wielding one?
He is within 30 feet of the hammer-wielding statue.
Then he is going to go to an old staple, and because these things are made of wood, he is going to produce flame.
All right, roll an attack there.
That is an 18 on the die for a dirty 30.
Dirty 30 is a hit there for Otto. Don't bother rolling damage, because as he hits it with fire, something special happens. Very similar to the carrion creature you fought in the depths of the bone grinder. As fire touches the wooden form of this statue, it erupts in flame. Stu, can you roll 4d8 for me, please?
48.
Nice.
That's the downside to Path Builder. You've got to do them one at a time. But that is a total of 17.
Ooh, 17 points of fire damage as this statue erupts in flame for a brief moment, and then the flame peters out.
I mean, he also gets +4 spell damage, doesn't he?
Doesn't matter. In this particular case, I will explain a bit more about this after, once we're out of the battle, but basically there's a reason that it takes a set amount of damage.
Okay, fair enough.
Which doesn't include the bonus, unfortunately.
Alrighty. He has one action left, and can he move without getting closer? Can he edge around to see better through the doors?
See better through the doors? Not really. There's such a melee going on in and around the doors. He's not really going to get a clear view through.
Right. He'll move forward the minimum amount to see what's going on then.
Okay. So he sort of 5 times sort of scampers through the gate to where he's kind of directly behind the door. I think he can just about make out Alwyn and the creature behind it. However, if Otto were to make an attack against the sword-wielding creature, there are going to be quite a few penalties there because there's a few people in the way.
Okay, well that's it. It just is going to move in and see what's going on.
Yeah,
whilst keeping his distance.
All right. Okay, that ends Otto's turn. It is the statues, and we'll deal with the statue. I'll do the same order I've been doing them with them already. I'll use the statue that is with the longsword. So it seems that Chardonnay has come. Actually, no, Chardonnay hasn't moved yet, has he?
No, he's still prone.
Okay, in that case, it is going to continue attacking Alwyn. 18 to hit against flat-footed.
Against flat-footed is a miss.
It's a miss. Okay, it's going to try again. For 13 to hit, that's also a miss.
That is a miss.
And it's going to try once more. Where was that a second ago? 16 minus 10 is 6, plus 15 is 21 against flat-footed.
Is exactly what it needed.
Ooh, okay. This might be nasty.
I can't do liberating step against myself.
You cannot, unfortunately. That is 7, 8. This is 14 points of slashing damage, Alwyn.
Don't bother with the ring damage.
Is Alwyn unconscious?
Alwyn collapses to the floor.
Oh shit, there is a clatter as Alwyn's rapier drops to the ground as he crumples to the floor.
Thankfully only dying one because it wasn't a critical hit.
Yes, which is very, very good. End of their turn. It is Brother Amos.
Stabbing with my katars.
Stab with your katars against the statue between Della and Alwyn, or what was Alwyn?
Yes.
Yeah, roll the attacks.
What was Alwyn?
He's still there.
Is he though? Is he? You sure?
Yeah.
31.
Ooh, 31 is going to be a critical hit there, Amos.
And damage. 8.
8 points. Is that double already?
No, that would be 16.
16, okay. So 11 points of damage as you strike in. It seems to be resisting some of your physical strikes. However, that statue is looking heavily weakened at this point.
I will do the same again. I will carve at it with my katars.
Okay. Roll the attack.
$21.
21 is just enough to hit.
Damage. 7.
7 points. Oh, you strike it once more. It resists a chunk of the blow, drops to a knee for a second, and then stands upright once more, just about. Still standing.
Well, I'm going to have to try and make sure it's not standing anymore. Okay. 19.
19, I'm afraid, is a miss. You go for what you hope is a finishing blow against this creature, and your fist thuds off of hard wood.
Damn.
Just like back in training camp. That's Amos all done. We're round to Della.
Well done.
Della
Alright.
Killsteel.
Yeah. I'm not pleased about what is going on, so first thing is I'm going to have a stab at it, because I'm seeing that it's quite getting weak. It's not flat-footed to me now with Alwyn down, so
It's not flat-footed, unfortunately.
okay. Oh, but I rolled a 20, so that's fine.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
let's see what Della's got.
and max damage, so that is 12.
Okay. 12. Is that doubled?
Yes, that's doubled.
That's doubled. Okay. So I've got some slightly bad news for you, Della. The crit card you drew was Gut Slash. The target takes 1d4 persistent bleed damage. It's immune to bleeding, unfortunately.
Darn.
And had it swallowed a creature, it would have been released. You would have just cut someone free from its belly, had they been eaten by it. Regardless, though, Della, you sweep the dagger round, carving out the midsection of this creature, and as the wood splinters to the ground, and it didn't use its reaction, so it'll do that now. In its death throes for a 34 to hit, Della.
That's a crit.
That's a critical hit. Ooh, ouch.
Fair. I mean, I did just one.
Libretto.
6. Splinter. 6. Is it gone? Lost it. Okay, so Della, you take 24 points of piercing damage. Literally, as you carve the midsection of this statue out, wood goes spraying in all directions, and you take the worst of it as that happens.
Definitely do. Ugh,
But
is it dead?
It is, and as you kind of you shield your eyes as this spray comes flying out towards you, you open them a second later, sort of picking bits of wood out of your face and your arms and all sorts of stuff. You can see that statue has collapsed with a thud.
Wonderful. That's
One
great.
down.
Does something that requires auditoriness work on an unconscious person?
It depends on why they're unconscious. In this case,
Dying.
Oh, are you hoping to use encouraging words?
I am indeed.
I think, unfortunately, because Alwyn is unconscious because he's bleeding out, that's going to have no effect on him.
No, that makes sense, but it was worth a try.
It was.
So, is this other one within my range?
It's not. You would need to step basically into the foyer beyond, basically through the door and over Alwyn's unconscious form to get next to it. But if you were to, what I will say, if you did want to move in, you could get into a flanking position with Chardonnay.
Yeah, I can do that in one move. So
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Wonderful. And then I will attack it for attacking my friend.
All right.
'Cause that's not very nice.
Do you still flank when you're prone?
I think we've had this before. I think I've said no.
Because Chardonnay is prone.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
That's fine.
But
fine.
Della can get into that position. Chardonnay can sort of. Chardonnay's not entirely mindless. I think Chardonnay can probably stand up when it gets around to Alwyn's turn.
Take revenge or something.
Yeah, that's it.
I rolled a... Oh, maths is hard, isn't it, sometimes?
Oh, actually, do you know what? I'm going to say, just reading the description of prone, you can still make attacks while prone. There's just a penalty. So yeah, I'd say it's flat-footed to you. Why not?
Yay. Okay. So 9 plus 15 is 24.
24 points of damage. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
24 hits. Yes.
Yeah. 24 points of damage would be lovely, right? But, I don't think I've got that in me with this little dagger. But I do have my sneak attack dice, and I've rolled well with that. So that is 16 points of damage.
16 points, 11 points of damage as you cut in. And that's you again. It bursts with splinters as you strike it.
Ooh, oops.
Oops, indeed. 24 to hit.
Yes, that does hit.
Okay. 11 points of piercing damage, Della, as wood sprays across you once again.
I must look like a pincushion.
By putting it, that's Della's turn done. We go round to Otto.
Right. The first thing Otto's going to do, having seen Alwyn has fallen...
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a knowledge check.
Okay, what is he trying to recall knowledge about?
Specifically about these statues and whether or not they would heal if he was to cast heal one of his Nova heals.
Sure, okay. Otto can give me... Actually, no. It's a secret roll. So... Otto's choice of Arcana or Crafting.
Either one is +2.
Either is +2. Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought he was trained in crafting.
No, he's untrained in it. Both of them.
Okay. So as Otto, in the heat of battle, quickly assesses what he knows about this creature, he knows that. This is made of wood, therefore it's a living creature. Therefore, it will absolutely be healed if he were to heal it.
Okay. With his remaining 2 actions, sorry Neil, I'm going to cast a level 3 spell, one of his 4 level 3 spells.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast a 2-action heal on Alwyn.
Targeting Alwyn. Very nice. So that's going to be 3d8 plus 24, I think. Back to Alwyn.
Exactly right. That's 11 plus 24. That's 35 points to Alwyn.
Fantastic. Looking much healthier all of a sudden.
Yeah. 35 to Alwyn. That's Otto's 3 actions.
He's got 1 action left.
No, the recall knowledge was the first one.
Oh, yes, sorry.
And it was
yes.
a 2-action because it's a distance heal.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, all right. And that's excellent timing because at the end of Otto's turn, it's Alwyn.
Okay. Alwyn is going to stand up.
Yep.
He's going to raise his shield.
Mm-hmm.
And nodding at Otto, he is going to strike at the statue.
I'm gonna be really mean here, Stu. When you fell unconscious, you dropped your weapons.
He is going to pick up his rapier.
Right. I think it's fair to say your shield would still be on you because that's like strapped to your arm and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, your weapons, you drop them when you go unconscious.
Yes. And Alwyn would have the wounded condition, wouldn't he? Because it was a magical heal. Yeah.
Yes, rather than treat wounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Wounded 1 for Alwyn. That's Alwyn done on his turn. We are round 2. The remaining statue in front of you. Okay. It is the statue's turn. It's got some targets around it. What's it going to do? It's not particularly interested in Della. You can see Otto. You can see Alwyn. You can see Chardonnay. Can't see Amos.
Chardonnay is still prone, and isn't Otto outside of the building?
Yes. And again, as you say, Chardonnay is prone. So it's going to turn to it. Yeah. That's what it's going to do. It turns back in your direction, Alwyn. Raises the sword once more, and wordlessly, this immutable feminine face that has been carved onto this statue raises the sword and slashes towards you once again. 27 to hit.
Oh yes, that gets past the shield.
That is 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 4 points of ring damage. Hey, I rolled a 4. It's you're still standing. It's going to take a second attack. Oh, that was so close to a natural 20, but it rolled onto an 8 for a total of 18.
18 doesn't cut it.
And its last action, it will slash one more time. That's like a 10 total. So you take one strike, and then you're able to get the shield up just in time to parry the last 2 strikes. That ends its turn. Brother Amos.
Well, I will have another crack at this one.
Okay, so the creature you were attacking has been destroyed. However, there is... you can see that Alwyn and co are fighting something else inside the foyer. Looking around the courtyard, it's safe to assume that it's another one of these statues. But you'll need to move in there to have a crack at it.
Absolutely, I will run in there and start stabbing at it.
Okay, as you come through the door, do you want to go left to be next to Della or right to be next to Chardonnay? Oh, actually, ignore that. You could probably... there's just enough space that if you wanted to, you could squeeze all the way around and flank the statue with Alwyn.
Yes, let's do that.
Right, okay. Charge round. That's... with your super monk speed, that's only 1 action. You've got 2 left.
2 stabs it is, then.
2 stabs.
18.
18. Or even against a flat-footed target, that is not quite enough.
I didn't think it would be. Stab number 2. 15.
15. Big old miss, unfortunately. So Amos comes rushing in, perhaps a bit off balance as you have to sort of push your way through Alwyn and Della and sort of avoid tripping over Chardonnay. You sprint round, you make 2 quick attacks, and they glance off the creature's bark-like hide. It's Della's turn.
All right. I am gonna try my luck and attack this creature in front of me.
Go for it.
Because it's flat-footed and I can't not help myself. So that is a 27.
27's going to hit.
Wonderful. I hit it for 5, 9, 13.
13 points of piercing damage reduces to 8 points of piercing damage. As it resists some of that. Once again, a volley of splinters comes shooting up from where you strike it, Della. 33 to hit.
Liberating step.
I don't think that's going to matter because that's a crit.
That is a crit. So I did roll max damage on that. So that is 28 points of piercing damage, Della, reduced to 20 as Alwyn gets in the way.
So that would put me on minus 15.
Oh shit. So riddled with splinters and pieces of wood, Della collapses to the ground. Della, you go to dying 2 from the critical hit. Okay, and because that happened on your turn... actually, no, it does change your initiative. No, because... So I'm just trying to think... Just trying to work something out in my head. Usually when you get knocked out, your initiative changes before the thing that knocked you out.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, fine. We'll do that. We move you down the order.
Okay.
for the creature. Okay, so that is at the end of Della's turn. There's nothing else to do. I'm not going to have you roll a save immediately because that would be that feels really, really harsh. That actually brings us around to Otto.
So
Otto doesn't see Della go down. Actually, would Otto see Della go down? I'm just going to measure this. Bear with me. Yes, Otto sees Della go down.
how badly damaged does this other statue look?
It's starting to look like it's taken some damage now. Like before, you were sort of hacking into it and cutting small pieces off. That last hit from Della before it exploded and took her out, you can see it's now starting to look damaged.
Right.
To use a term from 4th edition, you would estimate that this creature is bloodied.
He's going to do the same thing again that he did last time, but this time on Della.
Right.
Heightened to heal. So that's 13 on the die plus 24 is 37 hit points back, Della.
Very nice.
Ooh, I feel much better. Thank you.
And with his final action, he's going to raise his booklet, and for a free action, he's going to say, "For fuck's sake, will you stop all fucking dying? Just kill the fucking thing."
Can everybody stop getting shot? Okay, end of Otto's turn, it's Alwyn.
Okay. Alwyn is going to raise his shield for his first action.
Mm-hmm.
His second action, he's going to do lay on hands on himself.
Okay.
18 hit points back. His third action, he's going to attack the statue.
Attack that statue.
Oh, 18 on the die for a total of 33 against flat-footed.
Critical hit.
Yes, that's what I want to hear. Total of 23 points of damage.
Okay,
Reduced,
18
obviously.
points of damage. Very nice. And it doesn't have a reaction because you all keep dying and moving its initiative down.
And
Yeah.
and it's. I mean, it's used its reaction this round, so
Exactly.
yeah.
Tactical
Exactly.
dying.
Yeah.
Tactical death. Yeah, I like it.
That is Alwyn's go.
that feels like an episode title right there. Tactical death.
Yeah. Write that down.
Right. That's Alwyn done. It's Della's turn.
Yeah. All right. I am going to stand up with my rapier. I'm going to draw that out as I drop the dagger. And I'm going to angrily attack this for hitting me. Bastard. And that is a 32.
It's a critical hit, Della.
Wonderful.
It's a flat-footed creature. This time it cannot explode in your face.
Yes. Oh, I rolled crap. So that's 10, 12. Oh no! I'm using my rapier.
You are. You get a deadly D8
Yeah.
on that.
So that's
And
10,
it's a D6 rather than
12.
D4.
Yeah, 12. Oh god, I'm thinking now. I've got to do maths. And my D8. Okay. $22.
And you kill the statue, Della.
Yes. You kill me, I'll kill you.
I'll kill you harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of you sweep in with the rapier, leaving just this almighty scar across the creature's back. It staggers for a moment, sort of tries to gather the strength to lift the sword once more. Whatever magic is keeping this creature animated fails, and you watch as its sword arm drops to its side, its head droops, the entire statue becomes seemingly completely inert, and there is a heavy thud as this longsword drops from its grasp. It doesn't bounce like there's no sort of clang 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 clang. It's a heavy thud as this sword hits the floor and does not move. We're out of combat, folks. For now, what do you wish to do?
That was a great idea.
Well, we're in here now.
Everybody gather around. Otto will cast a 3-action Nova Heal. Again, I'm going for the heightened to on everybody.
So second level, so 2d8 to everyone.
Third level.
3d8 back to everyone.
Heightened +2, yeah. So 3d8, here we go. Everybody, that's a bit shit. Everybody gets 10 points back.
I escaped taking any damage.
Yeah. You did.
So...
Do you add your modifier to it?
Nope.
Yes, I couldn't remember. It's fine. Yeah, so you disperse. Otto gives a little Nova heal off. Everyone gets those hit points back.
And Alwyn is going to very quickly do a battle medicine with assurance on Della.
Okay. Against what DC?
Lowest 15.
15, so it'll be 2d8 back to Della.
And Della gets the wounded condition removed.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
That's the main reason for doing it. And Della also gets 9 hit points back.
Thank you.
And Alwyn would also like to do a battle medicine on himself under the same circumstances.
All right.
And Alwyn gets back 6 hit points back. I'm still pretty fucked up. Just saying. But, you know... children, we need to save the children. And Alwyn will head off through the single door to the north.
Single door to the north. Oh, I hate you so much. You go through the single door to the north.
Sorry, I feel that needs some justification.
And you come to a stairwell, Alwyn.
Yes, good, right. Head on up the stairs.
You start stomping up the stairs. What's everybody else doing? You see in this foyer area, there are a set of double doors to the east and the west, a single door to the north, which Alwyn has just stormed through. You can see there is a staircase ahead of it, and there is just left the now deathly still remains of these statues, one of which with a sword that is clattered to the ground.
I'm going to pick that sword up.
Yeah, you pick that sword up. It feels very finely balanced, considering the weight of it. Looks very, very sharp, Amos. And it's beautifully decorated. There's this very intricate sort of engraving work that kind of runs up and down the blade and the hilt. You're trained in crafting, right?
Yes, expert.
Expert in crafting, even better. As you pick this sword up, Amos, you immediately recognise this as a sword made from adamantine, which is one of the strongest metals found on Golarion.
Nice.
Fine. I think we're going to have to chase after Alwyn, though, because he just stormed off without thinking. Alwyn, and then I'll run.
Yeah, you run forwards. So for a bit of clarity on why I hate Stu so much, is because Stu has just gone to a new level of the dungeon, which I haven't prepared. So this is going to be fun, folks. This is going to be fun.
I mean, I can always edit out a little break if you want.
Yeah, I might need 10 minutes, folks, if that's all right.
Yeah.
10 minutes later.
Okay, so we're back. Welcome. That's all sorted. I think I'm ready. Let's see how this goes. So Alwyn goes pounding up the stairs. What is everybody else doing?
Following Alwyn.
Yeah, I'm going to follow
Asking
Alwyn.
him to slow down.
Okay, are you calling out to him as you do this?
Not loudly, though.
Okay, so what I will say is it's kind of now you're inside this tower, all of you can now hear this sort of slow, steady ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk sound of gears whirring and some kind of mechanism far above where you currently are. The noise seems to permeate the entire tower, so sort of whispering quietly, Della, you get the sense that Alwyn didn't even hear you.
I know, but I'm still going to do it anyway.
Yeah, of course. So Amos is also following, I guess. And what's Otto doing?
Otto is going to sigh deeply. Oh, for fuck's sake. And he's going to stomp on up the stairs as well.
Excellent.
I mean,
it's
I could really piss you off, and Alwyn could just turn around and run back down again.
Yeah,
but I won't.
Great.
But he won't.
It'd be great. Yeah. So that's you start moving up. I have to say, it's just like Neil's been in the room the entire time. There we go. So Alwyn, you go rushing up the stairs. Your companions take a second and eventually start following you. So the stairs climb in a loose spiral. You can see there is a gap, sort of between in the centre as the staircase sort of spirals upwards on rectangular staircases. You sort of curl round a couple of flights of steps, and eventually you come to what looks to be a landing, Alwyn. On this landing, you can see that there is a single wooden door that leads off to the south and off to the... Which way have you come round? Off to the east, you can see the stairs continue upward.
Going to keep going upward.
You keep going upward. Okay. The rest of the group, because Alwyn, you're a little way ahead of. You're a little way ahead of the rest of the group. The rest of the group gets up to the same landing. You see this single door. It doesn't appear to have been opened, and you can hear. Make perception checks actually from Della and Amos.
Do you want one from Otto as well?
Yes, why not?
23 for Della.
23, yep.
22 for Amos.
22.
Just 17 for little Otto at the back.
Okay, so it's a good job Della is ahead with her keen hearing. Della, as you get to this landing, it's not immediately obvious where Alwyn's gone, and then you hear the sound of footsteps just a little way above you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to follow.
Yeah, you continue upwards. And again, I drew the third floor just in case you did come flying up here. I wasn't entirely ready for it, so bear with me. Third floor, where do the steps come up? Steps come up into this area.
A creche where children are playing.
Okay, so Alwyn, as you come rushing up sort of to the third floor of the tower, you come the staircase that you're in, it starts off sort of being this sort of loose spiral around a central open column, and as you progress past the first floor, the staircase narrows and it begins to switch back on itself as you climb higher and higher. and you're sort of stomping up these boots. You're stomping up the staircase, and eventually you get to a point where a flight of steps climbs to a platform where a short ladder is mounted to the wall, leading to a closed trapdoor in the ceiling just above it. You sort of come up the stairs as you were doing so. You come into quite a small chamber ahead of you, which is perhaps, how big is this room? Where is my map? This room you're in is sort of 30 feet long by 20 feet wide. The steps are kind of in the northeastern corner, as it were. Immediately as you come up to the top of this staircase, Alwyn, you see an enormous clockwork mechanism in front of you that is sort of ticking and humming along very, very nicely, almost like clockwork, one might say. But you can, and you sort of look around this area, Alwyn. You can see that there is a single door set into the eastern wall, and as mentioned, a flight of steps climbs to a platform in the northeast corner where a short ladder is mounted to the wall that leads to, as mentioned, a closed trapdoor in the ceiling. The column of clockwork and gears in front of you rises right through the ceiling above it, and an icy draft wafts down from above as the ticking and ratcheting of this giant clock drowns out any other sound. You got the door, or you got the ladder.
Can I draw a dagger and jam it into the gearing on this clockwork?
So I will say this clockwork is massive. You absolutely can jam a gear into it if you wish to. A dagger is probably not going to have much of an effect.
What about if you were an adamantine sword?
Possibly, yeah. If you really wanted to damage this thing, yeah, that's a thing you could do.
I don't have one of those at the moment.
I'm not sure I want to damage it.
I mean, I've also got javelins.
I mean, again, looking at the size of this machinery, you get the sense how a javelin would probably snap. This is a mighty, mighty contraption. I mean, certainly if you wanted to damage it or break it, putting things into it is a good way to do it. But this looks like it's been absolutely masterfully made, very, very well built.
Okay. I think I'm going to leave it.
Okay. So in the time you've taken to kind of deliberate what you're doing with the clockwork contraption, you can just make out the sound of boots on the stairs behind you, and you look behind you to see Della, Amos and Otto making their way up the steps.
Right. Maybe one of you can look at disabling this thing. I'm going up.
Why? Oh.
For the children.
Yeah, you have no idea where they are.
Well, we don't want them to be inside the belly of the dragon.
Nor do we.
They're going up. You're going up, you say, Alwyn?
Going up. My plan is to burst through the trapdoor yelling, "Hey, tyrant! Leave them kids alone!"
Okay, so Alwyn moves towards the ladder that connects to the trapdoor above him. I don't think
I am very conscious going up a ladder. Chardonnay presumably can't climb ladders.
No, that's it. You would probably need to carry him, or find some other way of getting him up there.
I mean, he is a small creature.
He's medium, isn't he?
That is small.
Small, okay. I mean, you'd still need to carry him. You
Yeah.
probably couldn't do that, or something.
I'm leaving him for the moment anyway. He's not in good states.
Leaving him at the bottom. Okay. All right.
I mean,
so
just at the bottom of the ladder, not at the bottom of the tower. Just to be clear.
All right. So, Alwyn, as you step, as you begin to climb the ladder, it's a standard ladder, sort of made of metal, a number of rungs leading up to this trapdoor above you. You get to the trapdoor, Alwyn, and you find that it is not locked.
Throw it open and burst through.
Throw it
rapier
open.
and shield in hands if that's possible.
I mean, you've got to climb through you've got to climb through the hatch after you've thrown it open. Okay, as you throw the hatch open, Alwyn, can you roll me a perception check?
Sure. 25.
25. Okay. So, Alwyn, as you step up, as you climb up onto the next level of this tower, you climb through the trapdoor ahead of you, and as you pop through the trapdoor, you can see that you can see that you find yourself in a large clock chamber, a large sort of bell chamber perhaps, that contains the workings of an enormous clock. You can see that there are massive clock faces on the north, the west, and the eastern walls. To the south, you see the entire exterior wall has been knocked out, and a platform of gleaming ice extends out into the open air. A chill wind blows through the opening as you see the frost rinds around what looks to be the outside of this tower. Tracked rails weave in and out of the corners of the room, passing through 5-foot square openings in the walls. A block of clockwork gears and mechanisms runs to the ceiling toward the west, and obviously you come out of a trapdoor on the north side of the chamber. As you pop through the top of the chamber, Alwyn, what was your perception roll?
25.
25, okay. As you pop through the top of this trapdoor, Alwyn, you look around, you take in your surroundings, and then you look to the south, and you see, hunched on the ground, looking directly in your direction, is the large, gleaming white, scaly form of a white dragon. And as you pop through the trapdoor, you see it grin. And without saying a word, it opens its mouth, breathes in deeply, and spews freezing cold air all over you, Alwyn. I need you to give me a reflex saving throw, please, Alwyn.
I am going to use my hero point.
Right.
No, I rolled a 7.
You can roll better than that.
Hoping I can do better.
Didn't you already use it?
No.
I did.
Not today. Not in this game.
Not in this one, no.
It's better. I rolled an 8
What's
for
What's
a
your total?
dirty 20.
A dirty 20, Alwyn, is a failure. This catches you entirely off guard, and as this dragon breathes this frigid air across you, you feel your skin flash freeze, your eyeballs begin to crust over, your lips chatter as you take 21 points of cold damage, Alwyn.
Okay.
And then you watch as the dragon unfurls its wings, moves to the ledge of the edge of the clock tower, and begins to lift off into the air. And that is where we end for tonight, folks.
Oh, fuck.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com, editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.
Is running away from us.
Yeah, you keep thinking that.
Yeah, I'm sure that the big scary dragon is running away
He's
from
scared
you.
of us. Yeah.
He hasn't seen us, he's only seen you.
It's because he's a snowflake.
Sure. Keep mocking the massive death lizard, Stu. See what happens.
I'm not going to mock the massive death lizard. We should pay our respects and go.
Do I take any ring damage, by the way?
Yes, you would take some ring damage. 3 points of ring damage, Alwyn.
Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Oh dear.
And do you know what the irony is? As Stu is sat here, melting his balls off, the idea of this ice breath from this dragon
sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Yeah. It does, it really does.
Oh dear, wow. Thank you, Dom.
It's all right. I would just like to point out a little bit of wording in the Champion's Code. If you could edit out this silence if you use this, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put some Deftones in there.
Yeah, why not? Why the hell not?
And if I use a live performance from the Deftones, that'll be fine for copyright, right, Amy?
Well, then how do tribute bands work?
What if you use
they get licensed?
Cover?
You get
I'm sure they get licensed. I mean, most venues have a sort of general license anyway, don't they?
Yeah, I just want to draw your attention to something in the tenets of good, Alwyn, which obviously, as a champion of Caden Kaelin, you follow. Yeah. The tenets of good are as follows: you must never perform acts anathema to your deity or willingly commit an evil act, such as murder, torture, or the casting of an evil spell. The second tenet of good: you must never knowingly harm an innocent or allow immediate harm to one through inaction when you know you could reasonably prevent it.
Yeah.
This tenet doesn't force you to take action against possible harm to innocents at an indefinite time in the future, or to sacrifice your life to protect them. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. No, it's not. Alwyn's not doing this because of the champion thing.
No, he's not thinking.
He's not the smartest cookie.
Yeah.
There we go.
And ultimately, it's just he's doing it because it's the right thing to do, not because it's.
Yeah, but you don't know what the right thing to do is.
Not because of
doesn't have all the information.
External moral imperative.
Yeah. Maybe they were taken downstairs to work in the kitchens.
Yeah, maybe. Alwyn's convinced himself that they're going to be eaten, though. And seeing a lack of children on this platform is worrying.
Seeing the dragon is worrying.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared for a dragon.
One thing to say though, Stu, like as much as Alwyn has gone charging off to fight the end boss straight away, at least you didn't aggro every room in the process.
Yeah, like I'm surprised we made it to the dragon. I was like, where is everyone?
Got there shouting, "Quick, this way to slay the dragon!"
Yeah.
Outside every door. Yeah.
Speed run.
Yes. Oh dear. He's an idiot. But his heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
Well, for now.
For now.
Yeah.
It might not be this time next
It
episode.
might be in several places by the end of next episode.